What are today's top talent leaders doing to be different? That's the question we set out to answer at the Recruiting Innovation Summit. For 2 days, we podcasted live at the Chatterworks booth to ask the question, what are you doing different? This is the Talent Shift.
Hey, this is William Tincup and Ryan Leary.
I am here.
Yes, you are here in spirit and in person. And we have Carmen Hudson with us today.
Yes, we do.
Hey, folks.
So, Carmen, how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Second day of ERE. What are they calling it now?
A Recruiting Innovation Summit.
The Recruiting Innovation
I want to say
Summit.
RIS, but that
don't.
evidently,
Raise.
Yeah.
it means something else to some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad idea.
We can't lower the energy here, Carmen. We got to keep this going.
Keep
We
it
got to
up.
keep this
the
going.
energy high.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Tell us about your prison stint.
Back when I was in a prison in Chile. Well, I got to know the language very well. No. So tell us what you learned. You have a new role.
Well,
Ish.
I'm working today with Elaine Orler and Match 2.
Yep.
I just believe in the product.
Yep.
I believe that this can take us to the next phase of recruiting where we just aren't spending so much time on applicants that have nothing to do with
Right.
the roles for which we're hiring. So I'm sitting there helping out, learning, that kind of thing.
That's cool.
Yeah,
You've had every role known to man in talent acquisition,
pretty
other
much.
than working with a vendor to help them.
Yeah.
Be,
Well, I was a vendor.
you were a
Mhm.
vendor. That is
It was a
true.
long time
Yeah.
ago.
That was a long time.
Yeah,
But
and we won't go there.
I still have that email address. Every once in a while, I'll send an email to see if you respond. But yeah, it's different. And Ryan and I love the Match 2 because of Doug Burke.
Yeah.
He's got the Midas touch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything he
Genius.
touches,
He understands this industry.
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all the way back to I met him in Dallas at an event, Techies, when he does techies.com.
Right.
Yeah.
And I met him and I'm like,
It was a long time ago.
oh yeah, this dude's special. Yeah, he
He
came
is.
to a networking event
Yeah.
in Dallas. And I met him and it's like, this dude's special.
Yeah.
I wish I would have built more of a relationship with him, but we were, too far
Yeah.
apart, different interests, all that type of stuff. So
Okay. And
We could FaceTime him in right now. He's probably on his boat in Cabo. fishing.
Yeah.
Well, 100%.
So we could do that.
He's working hard on the product. He really is.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
We love you,
100%
Doug.
all the
Yeah.
time. All the time. So what conversations have you had with folks today
So-
during the conference?
During the conference? So the conversations over at the booth have been about just helping people think through that candidate trajectory, that how people come into the system and what happens. And that's been interesting. I'm still noodling on Glenn's presentation from yesterday.
Dr. Death.
Yeah.
The Grim Reaper.
The-
He was actually, so we had him, he was our last guest yesterday. So we're already kind of
right.
at the end. And we said, man, we heard about your bit, and we just wish you came out in a Grim Reaper costume and did the whole bit in a Grim Reaper. And it's almost, and he took not offense, but he put like, I thought I was really balanced. And like he took it not personally, but he was like, he almost busted a tear on us. Like, I thought I was showing kind of both sides. And like,
People who haven't seen or
Yeah.
don't expect this technology, it looks and appears to be fairly doomsday, right?
Right.
Because
Right.
there will be a lot of people who will exit from this industry.
Yep.
I
or
hate-
get exited.
or however you want to put it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be negative, but I don't think this industry will sustain the number of people that it has because technology,
Yeah.
all the tools that you see around here are going to take a big chunk out of that work.
Right.
That doesn't mean we still don't have work to do. And I also think that the work that we have to do will likely be elevated.
Right.
So,
More
Correct.
strategic.
Exactly. So there will be a different set of people who will become part of this industry.
And I don't personally, I don't see a problem with that. I don't think every industry needs to be bloated for 100 years.
Not unless
Shit
you've built
changes.
your entire career on tactical. If you've built your entire career around tactics anywhere in TA,
Yeah.
Right.
Anywhere in that process,
Yeah.
and you're tactical and you're known for tactical and you're really good at tactical and you don't want to change, change is going to happen.
It's going to happen.
But if you don't want to
Sorry.
change, you've done that to yourself.
Right. And
What?
it will not
Agreed.
take as long as we think it will, because
Oh,
the resistance
Mm-hmm.
will be there. And so,
Yeah.
the resistance, I don't have the money to spend, to
Right.
update,
Right.
all of that will take its course. But in 10 years, this industry will look very different.
yes.
Yeah. All right. So one of the questions that we've been asking people, we're trying to dig into recruiters.
Mm-hmm.
What are the best recruiters doing today to stand out and be different?
Right now, they're holding on to their jobs.
100%.
I laugh, but
No.
that's
Yeah.
right.
They're being relevant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. And they're showing up however they're needed, and they are.
Yeah.
We've been through this before,
Well,
right? Or at least I have.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's been a couple times, yeah.
And so, there will always be those people who are on the edge, who are creating new things, who are looking at it
Right.
differently. And those people will always have that runway. They will make that runway.
Right.
But most people these days are really thinking through, how do I do this better? How do I become more efficient? How do I build out my team so that they are delivering what the business needs? They are not thinking in a way that probably a lot of this technology demands. So that's why there will be this catch-up period.
Well, I've always believed that technology advancements happen, and you
Mhm.
choose as a human being either to get on board with that advancement
Mhm.
or to say no to that
It's
advancement.
very true. It's very true.
Horse and buggy, fax machine.
Right. Well, it's how
software
I
over the
started in this
internet.
industry. I looked
machine.
around and I saw the internet, which that tells you how old I am.
Yeah, you saw the internet?
I saw
like,
these
wires
did you just-
I experienced the internet, and
Neo?
it
All
didn't
right.
matter. I didn't care what my job was.
Yeah.
My job just had to be, and I ended up in
100%.
an executive search firm by accident. I didn't even know what an executive search firm was.
100%.
And that's how I ended up doing this work.
Oh, I love that.
And so at this point, AI, I'm interested from an observer standpoint, not from a doer standpoint.
Right.
So it's very interesting to see people who are very engaged and
Mhm.
ready to deliver. There was a really cool article I read by a guy who used to work at Amazon, and he's gone on and worked at Google and other places. And he said a year ago, he thought that all of the young people that are coming on board were unfortunate because the roles within software development were shrinking and those people would not have opportunities. And he said, guess what? I've learned in the last year that the people who are coming along have much more of an affinity for AI and the kinds of work that are happening. And the
Good
workers
point.
who have been here for a while are struggling.
Right.
So
And those
Right.
are the ones that are going to be
They-
routed out.
that's
Let
it.
me ask you guys a question, both about, I'll go with Carmen first. Do you think some of the resistance is, or not resistance, do you think some of the reason that we're now being held to a higher standard is that recruiting's growing up? So technology aside, we've always argued we need a seat at the table. We need a seat at the table. We now have a legit seat at the table because we affect the business.
Always have.
Or we always have, but now it's being recognized and we're there. But do you think part of this is we're not ready to actually ready to sit at the table?
I think there are some people who are not ready,
Mm-hmm.
but that happens in just about every
Right.
functional area. So it
Yeah.
means that we have to stop. We have to understand finances,
the
right? We have
business.
to understand the business.
Yeah.
We
We're
have
no
to
longer
understand
just sourcing.
it's no longer just let me source. And I've always thought about that. It's like
Mhm.
you don't just recruit for a position. You understand that position before you're recruited.
You understand the hiring manager,
Understand the hiring
job
manager
direct, a whole bit.
and who they are and what this department does. And you have bigger and better conversations along the way. And then you become that, quote, talent advisor. But you don't do that without that set of steps.
Okay. I want you to look at Ryan real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's 22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is he really? No.
I just turned
He's-
22.
No, you didn't.
So in this scenario,
you
should
you
set
do
that
look
up.
like a baby.
He does look like a baby.
Uh-huh.
Crazy. Well, you know, we have the same birthday,
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
August 26th.
He's just 10
Oh.
years older.
I am
Let
10
me say
years
that more
older.
this way.
Okay.
10 years older.
I am 10 years older.
Okay.
So he's in this scenario, he's 22. And you're interviewing him
Okay.
here at
All
the
right.
office or at a Starbucks, whatever. It's an in-person interview.
Mhm.
And during the interview, at some point, he picks up his phone and he's doing something on his phone while you're interviewing.
But I'm listening.
Yeah, he's in the conversation with you.
I am totally going to get up and walk out Starbucks. I'm going to grab my
0 for 6. Okay.
Yeah.
I win.
Sorry.
So I think, first of all,
He's going to try to convince you of some really stupid shit right now.
I know.
No, but here's the deal.
Mhm.
You're asking them to
Bless
do
your heart, child.
you're asking them to do an unnatural act.
Right.
These kids had a phone in the womb. They've had a phone all their lives. They've been through school. They've done all that stuff. They've had their phone with them. They can look at you, have a conversation, and be texting or looking at whatever, and still be with you. And they're going to do that on the job. Why would you want them to be in an unnatural act?
Because sometimes what you're doing
Mhm.
or to whom you're speaking
Mhm.
requires direct and involved listening and communication.
But that's assumptive that you can't do two things at once. And it's also assumptive that
I don't think you can do it well by doing two things at once. You can do it.
Well, I know I can do two things at once well.
Right. Well,
No,
An interview.
right. But
I know I can, but I'm not sure everyone else
there's
can.
a point at which it's not appropriate and you're not going to get the best out of that word.
Keyword, appropriate.
Yeah.
Who decides what's appropriate?
I do because I'm the boss.
Right? That's it.
I do because
Right.
I'm interviewing
That's
you.
been most people's response. Like,
Yeah.
it's just disrespectful. Melissa at Ford,
Yeah.
well, I couldn't convert her at all.
you
She's like, no,
No.
I'm not.
No.
That's the end of the
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah.
And Glenn actually said, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say, hey, something going on. Your family, you got something going on. We can hit pause. I can go use the restroom, something like that. But he's gonna ask.
Right.
He wouldn't judge first. He would ask, find out, and then move on, and then judge.
And Glenn's probably right, but I'm a bitter old black lady. And so I am just not going to give you that much grace.
It's out.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty chill.
Yeah.
And but that's
It's an interview. There's a time and a place.
There's a time and a place.
There's a time and a place.
Unnatural act.
You
I think
do-
you need
we
to
don't-
recognize your biases.
How many more?
Just
years?
recognize your biases.
Right.
You've got the get off my lawn bias. You want them to behave like you behave.
To behave.
That's right. You want them to behave like
I'm
you
gonna
behave, like you were taught to behave by boomers.
Mhm.
Well, I need to make eye contact, and I need to be in the conversation. No, you don't.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I could actually. You could be doing something right now, and I could be doing. I'm
Okay.
parallel processing.
Go right ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I have
You
no
could,
issues
but it's-
whatsoever,
Mhm.
and especially with high. I wasn't going to say high IQ people, but I'm just going to say people that have learned how to multifunction.
It's not about multifunctioning for me. At work, I'm cool with it. Do
Well,
whatever you do. In
right.
the interview, though, that's where I think you need your undivided.
Well, this week
attention.
there's the Indie Folk Jazz Festival
I'm
in
down.
Seattle.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
That should be good.
She's building her schedule.
No, that should be
So
good.
here's the deal. I have to start with putting together
You-
the magic number because we only have 9 interviews left today,
That's
and
That's-
you're 0-6.
yeah. No,
So
there'll be no recovery.
we got to do the math
Last
here.
last question, real quick. You're at Recruiting Innovation Summit. What do you hope to expect? Your flight back to Seattle. What are you thinking about? What'd you learn? What'd you hope to learn? All that type of stuff.
I hope by the end of this, I can get a better. I don't have a great sense of this audience. I think there are quite a
Mhm.
few people who are new to conferences, maybe even a little bit newer
Mhm.
to recruiting
Right.
in this audience. And then there are a bunch of old timers. So there's a big mix. I'd love to generally understand where they are, right? Is all of this, there's some people who are walking around looking at all these new vendors and they're just kind of like, yeah,
Innovation.
Like, whatever.
And I don't know if that is because they're familiar with them already, or is it that they just don't know how to engage with the vendors, or it's been very interesting to sit on this side. So
Mhm.
I'll be thinking a lot about that.
Okay. I think the vendors have always been ignored, but you've never been on the vendor side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
yes.
you know.
And I don't
well, she
ignore
has.
I don't ignore the vendors like that.
No, I don't
that's
either.
big.
Mhm.
It's actually a major part of why you
Yeah.
come.
Well,
I agree.
Yeah.
They also pay the freight.
Yeah.
For how the conference gets made.
Exactly.
If they're not here, we're not here.
Oh, trust me, having run a conference.
Yes.
You did run a conference at one
this.
point.
Yeah.
You know this. You and John know this intimately.
Is it. Yes. So
too fun.
Yeah.
Well, listen, have a wonderful day. And thanks again for coming on the show. And also thanks for being on Work for Define with your show, your podcast.
Well, thank you
It's
guys
wonderful.
just for all the work that you're doing just to promote the industry and help people in prison.